But our first question is around, really what's going to be driving value to XRP, particularly kind of around the cross-border and sort of more like enterprise payments and financial use cases.
Yeah, so you guys can all see the question on the screen. I think the big thing that's gonna keep XRP like in its central role is its privileged place on the XRP ledger. XRP is the only token that you can pay transaction fees in. It's the only token that every account can receive. The payment engine during pathfinding always looks for XRP liquidity first, and XRP is auto-bridged through the order book, so XRP liquidity is sort of preferentially taken over to other types of liquidity just from order crossing. So XRP is always going to have a special place as a sort of liquidity tool on the XRP ledger. In the payment space, I think XRP, because of high speed, low cost, and the sort of lack of things like MEV and block producers who are trying to tax transactions, it's going to remain a good intermediary currency for international payments. Ripple's going to continue to use it for cross-border payments, where it works well. We're not going to make our customers use an inferior solution to make us happy. It's on us to make XRP, be a viable solution. But again, the big thing, I think one of the things probably motivating this is the launch of the stablecoin with the idea that one will cannibalize the other. I just want to make a point that the current use for XRP is a tiny fraction of the things that people could be using it for. The market is so early and it's impossible for us to cannibalize ourselves. It's if an ecosystem is 1% of what it should be, trying to fight over that 1% is that's not what's going to happen, right? We want to grow the pie, and I think there's lots of room for XRP to grow, and there's lots of room for a stablecoin to grow and to be used, in different use cases. There are some use cases where volatility is absolutely fine, and of course, in some use cases like the AMM, where volatility is actually a plus. Mm-hmm. Particularly for cross-border payments, you don't have to hold the asset for very long. So if you're thinking, well, I want to use an asset for cross-border payments, but I don't want to be exposed to its volatility, there are plenty of entities who consider exposure to XRP volatility a net positive, right? There are people, if you wanted to have exposure to any cryptocurrency, whether it was XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, if you wanted exposure to it, you would generally pay for that exposure. That's why people hold Bitcoin, right? They want exposure to the upside. They pay for that upside. And so if you're worried about exposure to both the upside and the downside in payments, there are any number of parties who will gladly take the upside and downside, together. So it's not a barrier.